beginning, the earth was void and without form. Before all of that, okay,
we have a common ape-like ancestor.
He doesn't abide by the laws of
He ain't walking the Thames. We know that.
And God saw that the light.
Yeah. Well, I will say this, right? I think that the Bible was written.
I think it's just
before we knew it.
Think about the Bible, right? The Bible and the gospel is for who wants it.
I'm like, yo, it's gonna be a year or two where our pay is gonna be cut back, and I am scared.
I don't think that. Nah, I don't think.
I think that. I think that's life. I think that's life.
But I'm just saying for us, because like at the end of the day, every single one of us does different things in America. We don't have the same profession. So I have a white collar job. My shit is on the line. If they want to cut my pay because we're not making sales, they can fucking do that. They can do that. And the groceries are not going to go down because Alexis got a pay cut at their job. No.
That's facts.
But yeah, this is for the greater fucking good. Like, that's why I'm like, I'm not agreeing with what's being said right now. This is not, no. Because I'm hearing a different conversation from the people behind the mirrors, behind the screens.
Well, I mean, like, and this is going to suck to hear. But like, adapt or die.
Yeah, basically that's what
natural selection.
That's what Elon Musk said too.
We're gonna get into this evolution convo since he talk about natural selection. Okay.
If we're talking about natural selection, who's gonna survive a zombie apocalypse? Because the first rule is cardio.
Listen,
cardio.
I'm an athlete.
You gotta run.
I'm an athlete. So
we good. We good, Court. I know I'm good. I'm out.
I'm building up my cardio. I ain't there yet, but I'm building it up.
I mean, listen, if it's my time to go, my days are numbered.
Listen, if it's
according to the Lord that I serve, my days was numbered before I even got on this earth.
I know how to hotwire a car, so I know how to get
Well, let me make sure I jump in yours. Let me make sure I'm by your house, okay?
A makeshift weapon. I can do a tourniquet. I know medical procedures.
I mean, look.
So if shit go left after what? I don't even know what the fuck.
So look, when Trump take the money away, you know how to hotwire the shit.
Hey, y'all crying.
You send that shit to Africa, man. The port right there.
Take the plates off.
The port's right there.
Scratch the VIN number off. Yeah. We got this.
Yeah, we good.
You go register it as yourself.
I got some firearms. Yo,
listen,
when you gonna take me to the gun range, man?
Yo, when you want.
Okay, let's go back to this last topic because we going on 10 o'clock almost.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Oh, listen.
At the end of the day, it's chaos in America, y'all. It's chaos. We don't know what's going to happen, okay? We just guessing, okay? That's what's happening.
We definitely guessing.
We just guessing, okay? That's it.
All right. Mark, will you lead us in the prayer?
Hey, yo.
Rubber dub.
Lord Jesus.
Yay, God.
Jesus help.
I hold hands, but I won't.
Help, Jesus. Help, Jesus, help.
I bet you say I hold hands, but
keep
my eyes open. What?
We're going to get into this. We've been waiting. Lex is back.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know what y'all expect me to say.
I don't know what y'all expect me to say because Solo just think that this is topic is for me. Like I don't even understand.
It was.
Y'all know my answer. Hey, all my Christ believers, y'all read the Bible, right? Genesis. Okay, y'all know what my answer about to be about this. Okay, so go ahead, continue.
All right, so I'm just saying, like, so what are y'all's thoughts on it?
On what?
On what?
Evolution.
Yeah.
What does evolution mean to you?
As far as what?
What does evolution mean to you, Mark?
Like it actually existed?
Yeah, like it actually exists.
No, but break it down. What does it mean to you?
So pretty much evolution is just the effect of small changes adding up to really big changes over long periods of time.
Okay.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Change is growth.
But that's with everything. That's like with the human evolution. That's with anything.
Yeah, I don't think humans have come from monkeys or anything like that, but I think humans have evolved. We've learned to adapt to certain things.
So we don't come from monkeys, right? But us and monkeys have a common ancestor. Mm-hmm. I'm not an evolutionary biologist. I don't know exactly where everything lines up, but we have a common ape-like ancestor that we evolved from.
Okay, that's what you believe.
What do you believe?
I believe God created man and the beast and everything. That's what I mean. I believe that he placed the stars one by one, like the Bible says. That's what I believe.
Let me ask you,
Hey, your ass on the damn phone. I'm sorry.
It's business. I'm taking a business text real quick.
You don't think we evolved from an ape-like ancestor?
No.
Yeah, that's kind of goofy.
You think so?
I don't know about that. No, don't do that. No, do not do that. He's not a goofy.
No, I'm playing, Mark. I'm playing, man. I love you, man. So it's not goofy. It's goofy, nigga. Yeah.
Monkeys have 98% of our DNA.
Okay.
Google it. We have 98% of our DNA.
They have 98% of our DNA.
Yeah. You can Google it.
Okay.
97, 98.
Yeah. I'm going to Google that shit.
Yeah, go for it. They have they walk like us.
Yeah.
They have the same amount of digits we have. Right. And let me ask you, why do you think we have a tailbone? All of us have tailbones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's because at some point our common ancestor had tails, just like they do.
Okay.
So that's pretty much proof. Not to mention, there are, and I have to make sure I got a fact check. There's about 10 animals with opposable thumbs. One of them is a tree frog. One of them is us, and 8 of them are some form of ape. So that would pretty much lead me to the conclusion that the Genesis story isn't necessarily true.
Mm-hmm.
Because at some point us and ape had to have a common ape-like ancestor. Because, and like I said, I'm not an evolutionary biologist, but it just makes the most sense to me.
I believe that 2 things, once again, can exist at the same time. Just like how I believe that, dinosaurs happened before the
Giants.
Giants, all of that happened before Adam and Eve was chilling out here.
Giants were on Earth. Giants were on Earth with humans.
But that would make the Bible kind of false, wouldn't it?
No.
If that's
it was not. Giants are in the Bible.
So
no. If dinosaurs were here before Adam and Eve,
it doesn't. There's
that Lucifer and the angels were created before humans, right?
that was in heaven. So the dinosaurs were in heaven too.
Wait,
because weren't they cast down to earth?
No.
Okay, in Genesis, wasn't the earth created in
Remember what we talked about listening to understand?
In the beginning, the earth was void and without form. Before all of that, okay, there was the war in heaven between Lucifer and God. Where Lucifer went around saying, I'm going to be like God. I'm going to be like God. I'm going to be like God. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was his first sin. Yeah. Okay, sin started before Earth was created and had form and a name and living life, okay? So when all his followers in heaven, okay, all his followers in heaven, because heaven didn't even have a name before he created the earth. He called it a firmament or something like that. Mm-hmm. When all his followers, when he was cast down to earth was void and without form and covered in darkness. Okay, there was no light in the earth until he started to form earth and he said, "Let there be light."
Let there be light.
And God saw that light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. Then he created the firmament and separated heaven from the light and darkness.
When did he create life on earth?
That was day 4 or something like that.
Day 4, he created life on earth.
I want to say,
so then when did the dinosaurs come?
Hold on.
When did the humans come?
Yeah, so
he created all. That was the 3rd day. Hold on, because we got to.
Yo, wait. So he created. I'm not trying to be funny.
I know you're not.
He created the animals when he created Adam and Eve. When?
Thank you.
Did Adam and Eve become before the animals?
It didn't even specify a time though.
Hold on.
The things.
We gonna use biblical foundation.
I don't even think after he created Earth and all of that, it didn't specify a time of the animals being created.
What the heck is this?
Adam and Eve being created. Okay. It didn't specify a time. So that's why I'm like,
how did God create light before he created the sun?
I think he might have been referring to the sun.
No.
But I'm
hold on now.
Yeah, that's.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form. Hold on. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Yeah.
And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Okay, God is infinite. We keep trying to put God in this human box. He's a spirit. He's able to do exceedingly
we get it.
Exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask or think.
We definitely get it.
He's not in the human form. He doesn't abide by the laws of humans.
He ain't walking in Tim's. We know that.
And God saw that the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
But how did he do that before he created the sun, which is the source of all light?
I guess that got to be, creating the light got to be the sun.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like the light
I'm putting it to that.
was referring to
but he
the
created the sun on day 4. Created light to separate the earth from the moon.
Well, I guess he created the sun on day 4. That's how, I don't know. But I guess he created the sun on day 4 to be light. I have no idea. But I'm guessing he did that.
On day 4. Don't quote me on day 4. Hold on.
Or he might be interpreting it as like,
or the light. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called the seas. And God saw it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, all the fruits, all of that stuff." And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years." God created the sun, the moon. It wasn't just it didn't crash into the sun and break off and blah blah blah.
But I will say this, right? I think that the Bible was written,
I think it's just
before we knew about the solar system.
So here's the thing about the Bible, right? So
I think
here's the thing about,
we wouldn't just be talking about Earth.
I think the Bible was a way for men that didn't know anything to try to understand the world, so they created it
and to have structure.
Yeah, to give
the
us one
Bible
thing man's afraid of is God.
Is a collection of stories written by people in different times. Half of these people didn't even know the next one. Like, Moses didn't necessarily know Abraham. David didn't necessarily know Paul and Peter and them. These were, and also remember that the way the Bible is structured is not chronological order. There is a chronological order. Okay, like Jeremiah was alive before Moses. Okay, like even though Moses is in Exodus and Jeremiah is all the way in the middle of the Bible. Okay, so like there's a chronological order that lines up evidently, okay, with the time of history that has been proven to line up with history. If you want to go through, but the thing about the Bible, right? The Bible and the gospel is for who wants it. Like, you have to trust that the God that you want to believe in or say that you want to believe in, you don't have to understand everything that he does. He's not human. So of course, if he's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask or think, this is why my faith is so strong, because I don't have to understand everything that he says to me, but I do trust because of evidence that he's shown me throughout my pursuit in him that he is real.
So, but do you understand how that's just appealing to a mystery to appeal to a bigger mystery? You're saying God is outside of, time and space and nature.
He is.
But with that can literally be a justification for anything.
That's your opinion.
I just saw what he got on Google. That's all.
Yeah.
I was just trying to read it off.
Yeah.
No, I'm not being disrespectful. I didn't even interrupt the monologue.
Mark. Wait. Before we go any further,
because he was looking at me like, why am I looking at his phone?
No. Before we go any further, though, I do have to say that this nigga was right.
What'd you say?
I Googled this shit, yo. We shared the shit with the chimpanzees.
Yeah, I told you.
Yo,
but like I
said,
I'm
goofy for that shit.
I feel as though two things could exist at the same time.
Yeah,
it can if you believe in the book of Genesis, though.
You say it can't, or it
cannot.
Yeah,
it can't.
True. God created all.
Well, no, because
in my belief, God created all.
Yeah.
So,
your belief,
In my belief,
but
like you have to choose. It goes back down to choice. It's not up for debate on how God did things. Both. It's really not. Like, it's not up for debate. If you choose to serve a God And you don't have to believe in the Bible. But if you choose to serve the God of the Bible, then you don't have to understand everything that he says. And if you want clarity, he will give you clarity, but you have to pursue him for that clarity.
So what you're saying is if you choose to believe in the God, then everything else I just said about evolution, screw that. Because you got the Bible.
The Bible is my foundation. The Bible is not my only source of information, though. God didn't stop talking after the Bible was written. The Bible is witness accounts of people who have interacted and experienced God at different periods of time, and these books were brought together.
The Bible
to give a complete story of who God and Jesus is.
The Bible is accounts of people that said that they saw something. It said that they did.
If you don't want to believe it, then that's on you, because the work of the Holy Spirit is a supernatural in-working power.
What is supernatural?
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I've never seen anything supernatural.
Well, you go on a pursuit to find. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. What do you think the definition of supernatural is for you?
I guess it was things that supersede nature, things that are outside of nature.
Okay.
100%.
Right. But so I was actually just having this debate on TikTok. How do you
now I gotta find the TikTok. Hold on.
Well, no, like it was a live
Do you
debate.
believe that there can be things outside of the natural human thing, like human nature?
I don't know how I would distinguish that with something I just don't know about yet.
Have you gone on a true and genuine actual pursuit, not going to disprove what you see, but actually
I'm led by the evidence, but also I got to understand that I don't know everything. That's why I don't know how to delineate something supernatural with something I just don't know about yet.
So this goes back to the conversation that we had before about choosing, right? You have to choose that if you're on a mission to find out something, you have to choose that the doctrine that you're trying to pursue, like if the Bible is the word of God, if we believe as Christians, okay, because I ain't talking for all religions, but as Christians, if you believe that the Bible is the word of God, you cannot look at the Bible and say, well, God is wrong here, because I don't understand it. God is all knowing, all encompassing, omnipotent, right? He's almighty. He's not a man that he should lie. He is not human in any form. So he is all knowing. So trusting is about trust, like Solo looked up. Trusting that the God that you serve knows better than you because he created you means that you have to humble yourself and say, I don't know better.
But see,
that God knows better.
But see, that brings up the issue, right? That is putting what you already think the answer is and backing up everything else with the preconceived notions of what you already think the answer is. Right, that's going. The answer is 47 without actually trying to figure out whether or not what steps we took to figure out whether the answer is 47 or not.
That's an assumption, because if you are a true Christian, you pursue God the way that he tells you to get to know him.
But you're starting off with the proposal that this God is already the truth.
Yeah, but most people who start their faith journey don't know. Like how I explained how I started my faith journey, I didn't know at first. I pursued different doctrines and then decided which one I felt like was true and spoke to my soul. And when I chose to pursue that doctrine, the evidence followed. Okay. However you want to believe the evidence, like we said, we defined what faith was. It's putting your trust in something that is greater than you. You're never going to be able to serve a God if you don't humble yourself and say that I am less than and I don't know. And see, maybe what I'm thinking.
That's also one of my problems with Christianity, because you're starting at it from like, yo, I ain't shit, I'm less than, I'm nothing. This God this God is it.
People don't start that way though. I didn't start that way.
Well, no.
Like people don't start that way.
Not saying people start it that way, but the whole premise of Christianity is saying that though you are a sinful creature. You are from sin.
We're born into sin.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're born into sin. Mm-hmm. That's
sin was never supposed to be a part of the world.
I don't believe that there is even a such thing as sin. I think
that's what you choose to put your faith in. That's okay. Gotta work that out.
Nah,
I mean, in my opinion, gotta work that out. Your all is with God. It's not with me. It's not it's not with anybody in the world. But the conversation has to be with if you choose that there is no God, then that's a conversation, an inward conversation that you have with yourself.
I don't believe that there is no God. I just don't believe in a God.
What's the difference?
So lack of a belief in a God and the belief that there is no God are two different things.
Okay.
You lack belief. Lacking belief just means like, yo, if I turn that TV off, what channel is that TV on? It's not the same thing. Like bald is not a hair color, right? It's just bald.
Oh yes.
Right. So
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So me saying I don't believe in God isn't the same thing that's they're saying there is no God.
It's more agnostic than anything.
Well, no. So also like you can be agnostic and atheist at the same time.
I believe that kind of. I kind of believe that. Yeah.
Because the Gnostic means knowledge, right?
Right.
You put the A in front of that, just like asexual means without sex. Agnostic means without knowledge. That's a different.
You believe that there's a God without the evidence of being presented or the knowledge of.
Not even that. So then you get to the term theist. Theist means the belief in a God. You put the A there, which means without belief in the God. Belief and knowledge are two different things. You can know something and not believe it, and you can believe it and not know it. Just like if you believe your boyfriend was cheating on you, does that mean he's cheating on you?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
That was a good analogy.
Not that analogy.
So
no,
like,
I understand that.
So like, I'm an agnostic atheist. I don't know that there's a God, so therefore I won't believe in one. The moment that somebody proves that there's a God, I'll have to change my mind.
That goes back into...
But it has to be in your terms of proof, though.
So that's the thing. God is not in the parameters and in the box of your thinking. He's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask or think. So your biggest thought, imagination, he's able to exceed it.
But
if you believe that, some people don't believe that. Some people think, if you're Muslim or you Buddhist or something like that, they believe other things. It goes back to choice.
But to me, that's
choose ye today who you gonna serve. If you choose not to serve a God, you serve yourself, and you believe that you are the all-encompassing of your own thing, and you control, and then that's your choice.
To me, that's trying to solve a mystery by appealing to a bigger mystery. God did it because you can't think about what he did because he just did it. Like, that's not really answering any questions. It's that's more so promoting blind faith than actually researching the truth.
That's
how did God do something? Oh, he did it. So that doesn't answer any questions. That doesn't really provoke any thought. It's just
that's
you don't
your
think about
opinion.
it because God did
the Bible says, "Work out your own foundation and get thy own understanding."
Your own understanding.
Lean not to your own. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scriptures. Lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways trust Him. But it also says to work out your own salvation, and in all thy getting, get thy own understanding. That's why I always say to you, you have to pursue God. You have to pursue him yourself. It's not about what somebody tells you.
Get your own understanding or don't get your own understanding. That's actually one of the contradictions of the Bible.
You pursuing God is getting your own understanding. Whichever God you decide to pursue is going to give you the understanding. Sometimes choosing yourself is choosing yourself as a God. And I'm not saying that that's you and what you're doing, but the point of the matter is you can't put the evidence on somebody else proving it to you. You have to choose what you decide to believe in.
That's how we prove. That's how we do anything else with evidence.
Oh.
That's how we do literally anything else. We put that evidence up to scrutiny to prove that it's true.
Okay, so wholeheartedly pursue whatever doctrine you want to and then see how it goes in your life. Well, I have full confidence that if you pursue God in spirit and in truth, that you will see him revealed in your life. I have full confidence if you do it without scrutiny and you say, okay,
why wouldn't you do it without scrutiny?
I don't mean scrutiny. I mean scrutiny of other people. If you do it outside without everybody else giving you your parameters and everything, but if you choose the God that you want to pursue and you follow the doctrine without saying, oh, this is wrong because I don't believe in it, X, Y, and Z. But if you in spirit and truth follow the law, that God, the way that God has shown you to get to him. Not saying, oh, well, that's dumb and blah, 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 or that doesn't make sense. I'm not saying that that's what you're saying. I'm just speaking generally. But if you actually pursue him in spirit and in truth, the way that he says, not the way that the world says, because be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's scripture, okay? In the Christian faith. If you pursue him in spirit and in truth, in your personal, because the closet space is where he speaks to you, not in public where everybody else giving you X, Y, and Z. That's why the get thy own understanding and all thy getting get thy own understanding. But he's not saying lean not to, he's saying lean not to the world's understanding, but lean 100% into his understanding. Because when you love God, the Christian God, when you love God and when you start to pursue him, you will take on his ways, his thoughts. You will hate the things that he hate.
So believe the food is good before you eat it, pretty much.
That's faith.
I don't think faith
is the substance of things heard of, the evidence of things not seen.
We don't use that kind of logic with anything else in our life.
That's the world.
I'm around to find out.
People do.
We don't know, but whether it's our phones or anything, we don't use that with anything else. We don't use that logic with. But what about
the analogy that you just said, like that you said previously in another episode? We sit in these chairs every day, believing that the chair is gonna hold us up.
Yeah,
we have faith. Without knowing. When I first came here, I never knew that how this chair worked or nothing, but I had faith that this thing was going to hold me up in this chair.
Right.
And I wasn't going to fall in flat on my face, though.
Right.
I never sat in this chair before.
But you got to proportion your faith to the evidence, and the reality is that's not the first time you've ever seen a chair in your life.
Right.
If you've never seen a chair before, you wouldn't know what to do with that. You wouldn't know to sit in it.
Right. So in the void space,
and you understand that chairs generally hold me. So if I sit in this chair, I could have a reasonable amount of faith that this chair is going to hold me. That's not just blind faith. That's just you knowing how chairs work.
Right.
So that's not the same thing as faith.
But in the void of not knowing God, before I knew him, I had to have faith that if I followed this doctrine,
you didn't have to have faith. You did not have to have faith. You could have exercised skepticism.
I did in the beginning. People do in the beginning. But when I chose to follow it, the evidence behind saying that, okay, if I follow this doctrine, if I do this, I have seen that my life is better than when I was in the world fornicating, smoking, and getting high and doing X, Y, and Z. When I turned away from my wicked ways and humbled myself before God, my life got better. So that is my evidence. That is my evidence, because the God that I chose to serve, told me to do it this way. And when I did it that way, everything that he said would happen, happened. So that's my evidence. That's what proved to me that what he says is true. That's why I can blindly go into anything and not understand everything, and understand that, okay, I might not understand it now, but God will reveal it to me later, like he's done in the past.
That's a little bit crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a little crazy to serve Jesus. I'm okay with being crazy. You got to be a little crazy.
For the sanctity of time, because time is running out, we are going into closing arguments. And Courtney has a long ways to get home. Amen. So I would like for her to get home before midnight.
Amen.
To be continued.
So we'll go this in a part two, because our co-hosts are very passionate.
Next time we're leading off with this. Next time we're just leading off with it. We ain't closing out. We're leading off.
Get it out the way. But
we're leading off.
We are going through our closing arguments.
I think Mark and I have said as much as we can say about this topic.
You know what, though? It always revolves around the same thing, which always comes full circle around faith. It comes to faith.
You have to choose. Yeah. Choose ye today whom you will serve. It could be yourself.
What was the topic?
I don't believe you choose.
Wait, what was the topic again?
I don't think you
the evolution. Do you believe
evolution? We went from evolution to faith. It always go back to faith.
Yeah, I mean,
Mark
doesn't even necessarily have to do with faith.
My nigga.
Yeah.
Who hurt you in the church, yo?
Hey, yo.
The fact that
on some real shit. Who hurt you in the church? You was raised in the church, yo.
Nobody hurt me in the church. I just got to college and I realized that everybody in every religion is saying the exact same thing.
Basically, yeah.
Faith.
Yeah.
Yes, it's faith. You have to believe.
If you follow my religion, things go good. If you follow my religion, things go good. Everybody is saying
that's that. I mean, that's true.
So the reality is, like,
that's why you got to choose.
There's no real
you could choose not to.
There's no real reason to believe in any of it. Like,
that's true.
You could just live your life and be fine.
That's a fact. But I do agree. I do think that even though that's a fact, and I'm not into church at all. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel that with faith, life goes a lot. It does go way better. Like just having faith in something. Mm-hmm. Just putting your faith in yourself, like that something's gonna work out.
Faith in yourself,
which
is a choice.
No, I'm not saying.
At the end of the day, it's a choice.
For me, I do have like a lot of faith in myself, but also I gotta have faith in like something higher than me.
I mean that's a personal choice.
I don't have to, but I do.
People choose to have faith in themselves.
I don't know what something being higher than you is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what that is.
I'm more like spiritual. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not into the church like that, but I'm spiritual. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like there's a higher being. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the higher being is.
You have to pursue who God is to you. If you believe that you are the highest being and you're the ruler of your world, then that's your choice to believe that.
That's your choice, yeah.
Like to have faith in yourself. Okay? If you choose to put your faith in a God, whoever that God may be, it doesn't have to be the Christian God just because I'm Christian on here.
Yeah, for me, I do believe in God, but I don't believe that it's a Christian God per se. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I used to choose ye today whom you will serve. Yeah. You have to choose who you're gonna serve. Yeah.
I don't see to me it's like you're not serving anything. You just living life. Like you don't gotta see yourself as a higher being.
Yeah,
you can just live life.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But for me, it's like I do agree with that too, though. But for me, it's like easier putting faith in something that's higher than myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact, like I can't.
A lot of people claim a God because it's easier to. Cause I think you made a post on Facebook about this. How a lot of people choose religion and they pick and choose the parts of the God that they want to serve. Yeah, like it's a lot of Christians out here having same-sex marriages. Like the God that they serve promotes that. Like, and that's not a dig at homosexual people because God still loves y'all.
This is a dig. No, this is a dig.
Oh my God, he about to take us all out of the Holy Spirit. We gotta go. Okay,
all right, y'all. It's been great.
Mark, I want to hear the dig. Nigga. I want to hear the dig.
No, we're not.
I want to hear the dig real quick.
Nah. I feel like he about to come crazy.
Bring the dig back next week, please.
I wish
bring it back
next week.
No, bring the dig back next week.
Pause.
We'll do it next week.
Oh my gosh.
Pause. We ain't thinking. Right. I ain't talking about thinking ass. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yo.
This was fun.
Yeah, this is fun.
All right, guys. I think Mark and I have said all we can say about this topic on camera. I think if you ever want to have a private conversation off camera, we can do that.
Shout out in the DMs.
I like it though, man.
In the DMs, I'm talking about in person. Okay,
I like that you guys had a good conversation without like it getting crazy, because when it comes to religion,
I was cursing y'all out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But when it comes to religion, like people really can't have a conversation.
Nah.
So the fact that you guys can have a civilized conversation is much appreciated, because a lot of people can't.
Like, Jesus says in all things have compassion. You got to meet people where they are. You have
that's not the way to change anybody's mind.
100%.
Yeah.
I used to be the super angry atheist. Like, oh, you're stupid. Like, nah, like that's not.
I can see you calling people stupid, Mark.
That's not helping people.
That's not the way. I
mean, you're not gonna change. Mind. Yeah. At the end of the day, a soft word turneth away wrath, right? A soft word turneth away wrath.
And like you just getting yourself upset and you're raising your blood sugar.
There's no point in getting upset.
You gotta work out your own salvation. Why am I get mad at Mark? Like I ain't worried about that. All I can do is, you don't believe it's a seed, but all I can do is drop seeds. Yeah. That's all I can do.
It's a conversation.
The mustard seed.
But I do agree. I appreciate that healthy. I like having conversations.
I do. First of all, it's like a therapy.
Like this.
It's a therapy. Just having a conversation.
Okay, not to be mean, but I gotta go, y'all.
Yeah.
So
Lex gotta go.
I'm so sorry.
She ain't been here for a whole month,
Lex,
and she gotta go.
In the morning?
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah.
Me too, nigga.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Y'all working on the Lord's Day? It's crazy.
First it was overnight.
No, I do work overnights, but I'm pulling like overtime.
Hey, Tommy, where you work at?
I'm pulling overtime.
No, listen. The white builder or the black builder?
Tommy, where you work at, Tommy?
I could put it out there, but I don't need that smoke. I got enough stalkers watching this shit.
We're not going
on some real shit.
We're not gonna do that.
On that note, y'all.
Bye.
We out, okay?
Yeah.
Yo.
Peace.
What?